let's talk about the abundant life. You know, in church, um, they always talk about the overflow, you know, and this is another thing that lowers your IQ as well. Um, I grew up going to Creflo Dollar. I used to go to the finance conventions. I used to see Dr. Leroy Thompson and Creflo Dollar, John Avanzini, all these preachers. Um, I used to see them running on the stage on this money, you know, saying money coming to me now in Jesus' name. You know, I grew up going to these type of conventions at World Changers, right? Uh, when you look at the world and you look at how people are struggling nowadays, when you look at how difficult life is, this is one of the main reasons to why I wish I would have got me a trade long time ago, instead of fooling around with college because, college ain't for everybody. You know, life is hard, man. A lot of people are struggling financially. You know, I became immune to working two jobs, working 7 days a week. That's slavery, but I understand people have to do what they have to do. Um, the preacher is talking about some abundant life. This is not an abundant life. When you got people that's homeless, when you got people that's stressed out financially, don't know how they gonna make ends meet, um, you know, and then you see people that's not even connected in with God. They living it up. They got on the Hermenegildo Zegna, you know. They popping the bottles of Armand de Brignac champagne, you know. They ain't in no church saying money coming to me now. You know, one thing I've noticed, I noticed most evil and corrupted people that are not good, they tend to live the lifestyle that I always wanted. They not hurting for nothing financially. Isn't that a coincidence? Um, the church, this is why I say it's so detrimental and it lowers your IQ too, because the church, they always preaching this abundant life stuff, but um this life that many people live is not an abundant life. It's a hard life for a lot of people, and in these churches, the only person that's living the abundant life is the preacher. The members are not living no abundant life. You know, the members are struggling, you know, well, the members are just working, regular careers. Um, this whole abundant life talk is foolishness, and they talk about this crap all the time in church. One of the things that my preacher used to preach about all the time was prosperity, finances, you know, living, wealth, money, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, you know, living in, $20 million homes. This is what my preacher used to preach about all the time. Now, most people probably listening to this podcast right now would be thinking in their head, okay, you grew up going to a church where your preacher is preaching about Bentleys and Rolls Royces and 20, $30 million homes. Some people would be thinking, what does that have to do with God? That don't really have nothing to do with God, you know. But, this is the type of prosperity preaching that they do in church. You know, they talk about the abundant life. And I want the abundant life, but I understand that you're going to have to work to get the abundant life. Sitting around praying for a miracle and praying for God to send you an Hermenegildo Zegna suit, it ain't going to happen. Waiting for God to send you a house, waiting for God to send me a Toyota Tundra pickup truck, you're going to have to work, you know? And this is why I say that church, man, it have a lot of people deceived, because when you look around and you look at how people are living on a day-to-day basis, this is definitely not an abundant life. The struggle is real, you know, and a lot of people's life, especially nowadays, is dark, just like this black screen right now. You know, that's the reality of a lot of people's lives. Um, it's irritating when I think about people talking about some abundant life, because this ain't no abundant life that we living out here. It's hard for a lot of people. A lot of people are catching it financially. And, I'm not knocking the abundant life, but I just know the type of lifestyle that I'm living, the type of lifestyle that a lot of people live in. This is definitely not an abundant life. And I'm just being honest. Um, you know, People that didn't grow up in church, I don't know if they can really relate to this video, because a lot of preachers, in these churches, especially black churches, they preach about finances. I don't know in white churches if they preach about money and all of this stuff like black churches. Probably some white churches do, because Kenneth Copeland is Creflo Dollar's spiritual father, and he preaches. He has a history of preaching about the same types of topics. But let me know what you guys think about the abundant life, because I was, I see people holding up signs. Life is rough for a lot of people, and this definitely is not no abundant life. you know, and in these churches, yeah, the preachers, they living good. You know, that's why they can get up there and laugh and shout and speak in tongues, Lord blow shaka and all of this stuff, because they're the ones that's living the abundant life. They got it going on, but the members are not living that abundant life. But I thought this would be a good topic. Let me know what you think about this so-called abundant life, because when I see people sleeping up under the bridges, it get cold at night. That wind is whistling. When I see people holding up signs, when I see people in grocery store parking lots playing violins so they can get money for their family, so they can support themselves uh this just go to show you life is rough for a lot of people, and this is definitely not no abundant life. So that whole abundant life talk is just foolishness. It's a dream, that a lot of, Christians hold on to, you know, and that's why I say I'm no longer a Christian, because that's just crazy talk. When you wake up and you see how hard life is, when you see how rough it is out here financially, you'll see that it's far from an abundant life. But let me know your thoughts on this. I'll see you guys soon. All right.